What's up, guys? So, what do we have here? This is an MSX Turbo R. Yeah, I just got this in. A bit of an impulse purchase. I'm not even sure how I found out this was up for sale. The thing is, I already have a fully functioning MSX 2 Plus. Uh, this fella here, a Panasonic. Basically, it's in the same model range that eventually produced the Panasonic Turbo R. Uh, Looking at the motherboards, not really that much in common, actually. I was expecting a little bit more. Uh, yeah, so the seller for this one, uh, the price is actually insanely high. I'm not even sure why why I did it. Oh yeah, I know, because very recently there is a translation patch that came out for Illusion City for the MSX, and that game only runs on the Turbo R. So back in the day, many years ago, when I bought this, I actually wanted the Turbo R, but they were just so insanely expensive. Uh, and after looking into like how many like exclusive games the Turbo R has and what are the advantages, okay, Space Manbo will run a little bit faster. You can run games like Illusion City. Back then didn't even make sense because that was in Japanese, so I couldn't even like enjoy playing it. Anyway, I decided uh, the difference in price was just not worth it. So I just bought this, and I got Castlevania, and I think, yeah, that's probably the only game I ever played on this thing. I'm really bad at actually like using the wonderful hardware that I have. I usually just buy them for a single game that I really want to play, and that was like Ekumajito, the MSX version of Castlevania, because I love the Castlevania series. So I really wanted to play that one, and I wanted to play it on the actual hardware instead of emulation, because I don't like emulation for no logical reason at all. I just like the original hardware more. Anyway, so I did that a very long time ago. I think there's a video on my channel, very old one, very shitty one. Not that things have gotten much better. Anyway, so I've been okay with this. Haven't really much used it. I think I have only two actual games, uh, retail games. I have this and King Kong. Uh, and recently, more like a year ago ish, I bought this one finally. I've been meaning to buy one of these flashcards for the MSX because the games are just too expensive. Uh, I would like to own a actual copy of some other games, maybe Treasure of Rudra. Uh, it's not, no, Treasure of Usas. Yeah, I've been meaning to buy that for a long time. Who knows if I'll get around to it. Anyway, to wrap up this tangent, I was on eBay and I saw that this Turbo R was for sale. And it is insanely expensive, but it was half the price of the other ones for sale by the same seller. And it came with the box. Now, I'm a sucker for a system that comes in the box. I have quite a few systems that don't come in a box, and I've always regretted it. Sure, I save some money, but eventually I want to store it somewhere, and there's just no neat or elegant way of storing something when you don't have the box. It's always going to be in the way a little bit. Uh, and so, yeah, so I was tempted. And the reason why this was half the price of the other ones was because it's broken. It doesn't work. Now, paying that much money for something that is broken is always a huge risk. And sometimes you get lucky and it's something very simple, like capacitors, or something very obvious, like I don't know, a resistor or something that's burnt very clearly. And other times it's like this, where it's a mystery what's wrong. So, yeah, I decided to try and see what an MSX, a working MSX, how does it behave when you take off the keyboard and all sorts of other stuff and just hook it up? Because if it doesn't need all this stuff to be hooked up to it for it to actually produce an image and some sound, debugging it is a lot easier. So I verified by opening this up. that it doesn't need all that. You can just turn it on and it will boot into some sort of a menu and start playing some music. Or I could just put in the game and start pushing buttons and there will be sounds. So I just wanted to confirm that this was actually broken and not just like not putting out a video image, just to, because that would have been a little bit easier. If there was something wrong with the video, I could focus on that part. Turns out that's not the case. This is just that. It's, well, the board is getting 5 volts because I measured at some places and it is indeed getting 5 volts. I think there's a 12 or 15 volts being supplied somewhere. That kind of surprised me. And when you hook up the video lead to a CRT screen, like my PVM down here, when you turn this on, it actually sends out a sync signal. So it sees that it's a 60 hertz, 15 kilohertz signal being provided. So I think the video portion of this is probably working, and there might be something wrong with the CPU or whatever. And so I started looking around the board to see, because I know the MSX runs the Z80, and I was hoping to just find a some sort of a Japanese clone of the Z80 somewhere, and then I could start testing that. Unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case for both of these. Apparently, they make use of this thing here, the Toshiba T9769C. Or yeah, this one uses the C variant, but there is an A and B variant as well. This is supposed to have the same chip. For the life of me, I cannot find it. It must be on the other side of the board. I was not expecting there to be anything on there, but according to what I can read online, this should have this chip as well. So this chip is like a bunch of different ICs have been collected into this, among them the CPU, which makes debugging this a little bit harder. Yeah, so what I would need to kind of like diagnose this further, I would need some other equipment. I would need some logic analyzer or some oscilloscope, something where I can probe pins and see if things are working as they should. I think I would want to start with this oscillator that goes into this chip. I think this is what powers this on or keeps it going, the heartbeat, if you will. So it would be nice to test this and see if it's putting out the correct frequency according to these specifications, or actually according to what it says here. It should be 32 kilohertz. And actually, that doesn't make sense. The Z80 should definitely run faster than 32 kilohertz. Maybe this is being used for video or something. That might be a dead end. I don't know. Maybe this produces its own frequency. In any regard, if I could find some communication pins here that communicates between the CPU and the RAM, maybe I could probe those and see if the CPU is actually like alive and doing something. Yeah, so I'm a little bit stumped. All the easy stuff I've kind of like ruled out. So it's down to the more complicated stuff. This is the the worst case scenario. If something like this one is broken, God help me, because that is not going to be easy to get a hold of a replacement. Maybe I could take it from this if this indeed has it, but like this is very low pitch, so that's not going to be fun. Also, I don't want to break this, because I was hoping that if I could get this to work, I could sell this and it could partially finance the purchase of this, because this was very expensive. And back in the day, I don't know what I paid for this, but definitely a lot less. And I'm actually not sure if I have the box for this one. I don't think I do. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to, I think, either... The only thing I have that's close is like this logic analyzer thing that I once upon a time bought. You're supposed to, it's got a USB interface, and you hook it up to your computer or laptop and uses a software to get readings. It's not very easy to use. I would prefer one of these. There are Chinese versions of like something from this brand. and of course other brands as well. There's a million that make logic analyzers or like oscilloscopes, that like digital ones, relatively cheap, not that powerful. Like the frequencies they can actually work with are quite low, but they should be sufficient for something of this caliber, and they are relatively cheap. I wish when I had bought this, I bought a version that had that built in, because I think there's a multimeter and oscilloscope kind of thing built together. Uh, anyway, I'll have to figure that out and research, because there might be newer versions of those. But last time I checked, the price was okay, at least dwarfed by like the value of this, what I paid for it. So I definitely, I should try and get my money's worth. I kind of want to play Illusion City. Sounds like people are comparing it to Snatcher, uh, which I like. I like those like very obscure Japan only visual novel stuff, like yeah, like Snatcher, Police Knots, what is the Dead of the Brain, those kinds. They're very fun, and the graphics are amazing, the atmosphere, the music. Yeah, so it's really the reason why I bought all this, and the reason why I don't play these nearly enough is because I have so many systems and game systems. Mostly I play modern stuff, and when I'm in the mood for something retro, I am spoiled for choice. I usually go to the PC Engine or Mega Drive or Super Nintendo. Those get the lion's share. But every once in a while, I'm in the mood for something like this. And yeah, so I'm hoping to get this Turbo R working, and that it was not a waste of my money. We'll see. But regardless, I really like the aesthetic of the Turbo R. Actually, I really like this gray, this dark gray, which was kind of a thing in Japan in the early '90s. You started getting a lot of systems that, like, I have the FM Towns Marty. I have the white one, but I always thought the gray version, even though like in terms of hardware, it's perfectly identical to the white one. There's no difference at all. There were some rumors once upon a time that it was better. No, I think it's been debunked and confirmed that they are exactly the same. I just like the gray one better. It's just it looks more sleek. This color is more sleek than just white, and it's got that yellow button, which is, I just like this kind of like late 80s, early 90s Japanese consumer electronics aesthetics. Very nice stuff, design-wise. Yeah, so I'll see about updating when I know more.